This afternoon, we're flying with QantasLink, the regional arm of the airline. We'll jump aboard one of their new A220s for a quick flight. New planes means new bells and whistles and device holders. We'll check out all features of this wonderful plane while enjoying the sights and taste Australia has to offer. If you're looking for a comfortable way to get from A to B, this may just be it. Good afternoon and welcome back to another video. We're starting out in Coffs Harbour, where I landed earlier in the day from that video with Regional Express, and shortly it'll be time to head back to Sydney with Qantas. Now when I booked this ticket, my goal was to fly on the Q400. I mean, who doesn't want to fly on the Q400? But it looks like we'll be on the A220 instead. We flew with Qantas last year on the 737, a little bit of an older plane, older interior. So we'll see what the A220 has in store. The flight is set to depart at 4:50 p.m. So come along as we go from A to B, and let's make our way back to Sydney. Coffs Harbour is a regional airport currently served by QantasLink, Regional Express, and Link Airways, with flights to Brisbane and Sydney, though from my understanding other domestic destinations jump in the mix from time to time. A quick look at the departures board shows that we're the last flight of the day. Surprisingly, the airport does boast a Qantas lounge accessible street side. Past security, you'll find a small cafe where one can enjoy a drink or to pick up some last-minute sundries. And then there's the general seating area to hang out before your flight. This afternoon we're departing from Gate 1, and as we make our way to the plane, I'll take this moment to welcome new viewers to the channel, and I invite you to subscribe for more aviation and travel-related content, where you can check out what it was like on Qantas' 737 fleet before they got refurbished. If you fly Qantas routinely, let us know if the refurbishment is complete. If you enjoy these flight reviews, hyping the video is a great way to support the channel, as each hype increases the visibility on the platform. The hype feature is available if watching on an Android or Apple device, and it doesn't cost a thing. Many thanks. You know, I always have to say they do boarding very well in Australia. Utilizing both doors really does speed it up, and this wouldn't be a bad practice for back home, and I just don't see it enough. Also, as an aviation enthusiast, this is the best way to get views of the plane. With the afternoon sun behind us on a clear day, with a new plane by the way, it doesn't get much better than this. Today we'll be seated in 24A. The flight was maybe 50% full, so in no time the doors were closed and we say bye to Coffs Harbour. Qantas has 15 A220-300 aircraft in their fleet, all under the QantasLink banner. Each is configured with 10 business and 127 economy seats with 3 lavatories on board. Our airplane is about a year and a half old, being delivered to the airline in September 2024. Coffs Harbour is 270 miles north of Sydney. We flew in with Regional Express on their smaller Saab 340 aircraft earlier in the morning, and since the distance isn't too far, there isn't a discernible difference in flight time between the two aircraft. I really enjoyed the new design of the A220s. Economy is laid out in a 2-3 seating configuration over 25 rows with grey seats with a black seat back assembly. The newly designed seats are quite comfortable, with a bit of a recline, and comes with a very plush headrest, which of course gets the nod of approval. At the top of the seat back, you'll find a literature pocket, which has the safety card and Inflight magazine. Off to the side, you'll find the jacket hook. The front face has a foldable device holder, a USB A and C charging port are located nearby. They have a full-size tray table, which is nice since I know some airlines, I'm looking at you Air Canada, have smaller 2/3 size tables. Seat pitch is 30 inches, very nice, and the power outlets are found between seats. And above you have access to the air nozzle and reading light. Overall, I'm very pleased with the cabin on the A220s, going from this on their 737s to what we see today is a big upgrade for comfort and the guest experience. The A220s also benefit from larger windows, which allows for more light into the cabin. After flying down to Australia on the A330s, the difference is night and day. Here's a quick look of the business class seats. Looks great, and the wireless charger is a nice touch, and I hope to experience this one day too. On these smaller flights, anything less than 2 hours, Qantas provides a snack and drink. Up for today are some chips and a barbecue nut mix. For a quick flight in the afternoon, this most certainly did the trick. The salsa was on the sweeter side, with the nut mix taking the spicy profile. I really enjoyed this beer last year, so I was happy the Stone & Woods Pacific Ale was available once again. Qantas is one of a few airlines that I know of that provide a snack or meal on all domestic flights. No buy on board menu here. Well done. The only issue that I could see is that the CAs told us to put the empty containers in the non-occupied seatback pocket. It seemed they just ran out of time prior to landing. Besides the fact it doesn't look great, that's fine. I was worried about the last bit of salsa dripping into the new seat. Did I mention the plane still had that new plane smell? At the rear of the plane, the two washrooms are side by side rather than across from each other. They're not the largest washrooms in the world, but they do beat out the one on the Saab, don't they? Now, the mirror is kind of off to the side there, but yeah, it has everything you need. I managed to get a quick peek of the galley where our snacks are prepared and stored. When it comes to the in-flight entertainment, Qantas provides free Wi-Fi for all guests. Well, you do have to watch a 30-second ad, but nothing that anyone watching YouTube isn't accustomed to. To access the iFi system, you'll need to download the Qantas Entertainment app, and from there you can select your preferred media. Now, on my first try, the app actually stalled my device, and I had to do a hard reboot on my poor Pixel. But it worked after that without any further incidents. There's also the Inflight magazine to remind passengers that even though it's a lovely 25 degrees today, there's a place 50 degrees colder. Sounds like my idea of a summer vacation. Overall, I was very pleased with this flight. I think Qantas did a great job in choosing the A220 and the new cabin interior. It's bright, inviting, and spacious. I really like what many airlines do with their new narrow-body fleet, as these planes are capable of a much longer flight, and the cabin has to be able to provide that comfort for so many hours. I think it's great that they provide a snack and drink on these short flights, as it adds to the guest experience. And 58 minutes later, we touched down back in Sydney. After flying Regional Express earlier in the day, there was no difference in the price and the cost came out to $200. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Qantas's regional route, and I'll catch you in the next video.